Welcome back to our reading on the lawsuit of artists Kelly McKernan and Carla Ortiz versus AI giants DeviantArt and Midjourney. In Part 2, we discuss more about the case and who is likely to win. Chapter 3, Kelly's Testimony. Let's look briefly at the story of Kelly McKernan, one of the artists suing. We'll learn more about this lawsuit. In her Twitter bio, Kelly says she advocates for human artists. This information is from an interview with NPR. Kelly McKernan is a visual artist. And Kelly built a solid following, continuing to post on DeviantArt over the next 2 decades. When the first widely used AI art generators came online last year, Kelly saw it as a curiosity at first. That delight for Kelly soon faded away. And that is because Kelly found out that when people were typing in their prompts to these art generators, they were using the words and the style of Kelly McKernan a lot, in fact, over 12,000 times. "It's not my work," she said. "I'm kind of feeling violated here." And then DeviantArt did something that made Kelly livid. DeviantArt was now offering a new service where website viewers could pay a monthly subscription fee to get access to an AI art generator. And this AI art generator had been trained on countless images from artists like Kelly, but the DeviantArt artists wouldn't get a cent. Kelly started writing about this on social media. And soon, another artist got in touch. And she wanted Kelly to join a class action lawsuit. Kelly said yes, end quote. Thus, the lawsuit was born, and later on, this reading. Let's look at Venus next, which is very important in this chart. What does Venus show? According to Lovelxce, who is using ancient astrology techniques, Venus is in Pisces in the first house. This is a very powerful placement, and may indicate good fortune to the artists. Venus in Pisces partly represents prestigious art here in general, and the media. This placement shows the plaintiff artists using media presence to their success. Just as mentioned in Kelly's testimony through social media, she aligned with another artist to join this lawsuit. Venus in Pisces also speaks of this case being powerful for art as we know it. The outcome of this case will certainly set a precedent for similar cases moving forward, if not inspire new copyright law. One of the plaintiffs, Carla Ortiz, wrote on Twitter, "As I learned more about how the deeply exploitative AI media models practice, I realized there was no legal precedent to set this right. Let's change that," end quote. Venus also represents money from the defendants, money from the AI companies the artists are suing. We'll mention Venus a bit more in later parts. Lastly, Venus separating from Neptune in the artist's house, the first house, aka the ascendant, again shows money made by using the masses' digital human art. Chapter 5. Let's look at Pluto, which also has a tale to tell. Pluto is here in the house which represents creative works by the AI companies. It represents the artist's lawyer and legal issues. Pluto's energy is dominance, power plays, turmoil, especially emotionally, transformation, business before morals, exploitation. Looking at Pluto from the artist's perspective, this case must be very hurtful for them emotionally, and they are seeking to establish power and control over the companies using their works without compensation or consent. The transformative aspect of Pluto rings true, as well, the AI is transforming their work. From the AI company's perspective, Pluto is the turmoil they may experience from their deeds, and they are probably looking very scandalous to the masses. DeviantArt says about their AI generator, "Dream Up DeviantArt Dream Up lets you create AI art knowing that creators and their work are treated fairly," end quote. That doesn't appear to be the case due to this lawsuit. That's what many would conclude, so this apparent contradiction is pretty scandalous. What do some of the masses have to say? One commenter on Reddit mentioned about DeviantArt. DeviantArt made an AI image maker that included everyone's images on the site from the site's founding, and only gave an opt-out button after everyone basically told them to stop in very legal and firm language, and many ended up leaving. DeviantArt thought really hard to not bring in the opt-out button from the moment they announced the AI program, end quote. That does sound a bit scandalous. Here are a couple of other comments about the case, in general. A case where the law is a couple of physical generations behind technology. This subject needs legislative scrutiny because whatever the courts come up with is going to be entirely inadequate to the problem, end quote. The critical issue is the money involved. Stability AI raised $101 million in a seed round in October. At the time, their company valuation was $1 billion. I personally think it would be in everyone's best interest if the artists, on whom their profits are based, were appropriately compensated, end quote. This last comment speaks of how Venus, which rules the AI company's finances, is in the artist's first house. This shows the company's making money off of them, and a lot of it. Despite there being a lot of support for the artists on the web, or at least condolences, there are others against this lawsuit as well, even those who claim to be artists themselves, or other people who lost jobs due to automation. Observing Uranus, which we subscribe generally represents the sentiment of the masses, with it in Taurus, in the second house. We subscribe, however, that the masses as a whole are in favor of the artists. Lastly, regarding Pluto, we mentioned a change is coming soon. Pluto will move into the sign Aquarius next. Aquarius is a progressive sign, as well as related to technology. This lawsuit could help transform copyright laws for digital art. Chapter 6. Who will win? If you've made it or skipped this far, we'll now talk about who should win, based on this chart. The artists, the judge on the suit, and victory in court are both represented by Jupiter. This is a great omen for a win. But this is the same case for Mercury, their opponents, however. Jupiter is stronger than Mercury in this chart and is angular in the first house, while Mercury is badly placed in the 6th/12th house. The stronger planet is usually the one who prevails. The Greek lot, victory, is a calculated point to show the theme of victory. At 1 degrees Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter classically, this is another hint of a win for the artists. This lot appeared in our chart for Vanessa Bryant, hinting victory with judges for her, and she ended up winning her lawsuit against LA County. Venus is very powerful in this chart, as mentioned before, the most powerful planet. In the first house, the artist's domain, this is another suggestion of great success and a win. Especially as Venus is moving towards Jupiter in this chart. This presence of Venus should also show money going from the AI companies to the artists, and potentially a high amount. This would only happen from a victory in court or a settlement. Mars moving to the opponent's 10th house is inauspicious. It likely shows damage concerning the company's potential victory. Mars represents the artist's lawyers and can be an omen that they thwart the company's chance at victory. The South Node, in the 8th house, shows financial damage for the AI companies, and the North Node in the 2nd house shows financial benefit for the artists. Lastly, there is yet another financial indication. The money houses for the artists and AI companies are at 28 degrees. This shows an important financial change coming. The change indicated should be the AI companies stepping down from a place of power and the artists moving up to a place of power financially. So, there appear to be more arguments of a win for the artists than for the AI companies. But there is a problem that Venus also represents the AI companies' lawyers, which is very significant and complicates our final judgment. We do have a little doubt of a win, due to what we observed in a chart made about Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Even though Amber had Venus in Pisces in her house, it is a suggestion of a win. It ended up showing Johnny's lawyer prevailing against her, as Venus represented his lawyer. This chart has a similar configuration. Another plausibility the testament of Mercury also suggests, maybe the companies don't win as a whole, but have some smaller win along with the loss. Which testimonies do you think will win? What do you think is the likely outcome? Chapter 7. Post-reading update. After hearing about the company's motion in April, we went to Kelly's Twitter, as surely she would have some kind of update 3 months later. She retweeted a tweet from Carla. The artist's lawyer told the Register his team will amend their complaint. At the hearing, Judge Orrick indicated that plaintiff Sarah Anderson's direct infringement copyright claim against Stability Owl could go forward. He indicated that he would give the plaintiffs permission to amend their copyright infringement claims against Midjourney and DeviantArt, Butterick said. It is not at all unusual at this stage of the litigation for the judge to give plaintiffs permission to amend their complaint, and for the plaintiffs to do so. This also happened in our case challenging GitHub Copilot. The Register has asked Stability, Midjourney, and DeviantArt for comment. Stability declined to speak on the matter, end quote. This aligns with what we saw about Jupiter, the judge, in the artist's first house, showing authorities siding with them. But will this alignment continue? Kelly also mentioned, this is the first step of many and nothing has been dismissed as defendants want. We get an opportunity to clarify some items and fine-tune our complaints, end quote. This concludes our story about the AI artists versus the AI companies. We'll see how it plays out, and we look forward to learning from this chart. In art's realm, a battle fierce, Kelly's tale, her heart immersed. AI's grasp, her work denied, a class action plea, the artist's pride. Venus whispers secrets deep, power and money, artists reap. Pluto's turmoil, scandals rise, AI companies meet their demise. Jupiter's omen, victory's call, but Mercury's wit, a twist may stall. Uncertain fate, the court's decree, the artist's future, yet to see. 3 months pass, the updates queue, amendments sought, the case renewed. A glimmer of hope, the artists fight, but shadows linger in the night.